Welcome to Mindblow, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning.
The night over the Kherson Oblast was a blanket of profound darkness. A small team of Ukrainian special forces lay motionless, hidden within a copse of skeletal autumn trees. They were ghosts in the gloom, their forms broken by advanced camouflage. Their mission was audacious, bordering on impossible. They were here to observe, to wait, and to signal the beginning of an operation that would echo across the world. Their target was a sprawling logistics depot, a recent and unwelcome addition to the landscape. Chinese-made HQ-22 air defense systems, a sophisticated web of radar and missiles, had been quietly installed. These systems were a technological marvel, designed to create an impenetrable dome of electronic vigilance. The soldiers on the ground knew the stakes. Failure meant not just the loss of their own lives, but the consolidation of an enemy's grip on their homeland. Their eyes, aided by thermal optics, scanned the horizon, watching the rhythmic sweep of distant radar arrays. Every soldier was a universe of focused thought and coiled energy. They understood the physics of ballistics, the science of stealth, and the psychology of their enemy. Encrypted communication links connected them to a command center hundreds of kilometers away. This single night held the potential to alter the very fabric of the conflict. The depot they watched was more than just a collection of buildings and supplies. Its destruction would be a powerful blow both materially and psychologically. As they lay in the cold, damp earth, they were not just waiting for a signal, they were waiting for their moment to rewrite the stars, to change the destiny that others had tried to impose upon their nation. The target was officially designated Logistics Hub 7, but the Ukrainians called it the Dragon's Tooth. It had sprung up with alarming speed just 30 kilometers from the front lines near Kherson. Satellite images revealed a massive undertaking. Convoys of heavy trucks, bearing the markings of Chinese state-owned corporations, had been seen rolling into the area for weeks. This was not a simple supply point. It was a forward operating base in the making, a dagger aimed at the heart of southern Ukraine. The true challenge, however, was not the depot itself, but the shield that protected it. The HQ-22 system, nicknamed the Sky Shield by its manufacturers, was a formidable piece of engineering. It consisted of multiple phased array radar installations, capable of tracking dozens of targets simultaneously. The presence of this Chinese system represented a grave escalation. For the Ukrainian High Command, the Dragon's Tooth was an existential threat. The depot had to be eliminated. Ukrainian strategists gathered, not with maps and pins, but with data scientists, drone experts, and electronic warfare specialists. Their task was to find that flaw and exploit it with ruthless precision. The first phase of the operation began not with a bang, but with a whisper. Days before the main assault, a Ukrainian-designed reconnaissance drone, the Stalker 7, took to the skies. Its composite airframe was designed to have a minimal radar cross-section, making it nearly invisible to conventional detection. It flew slowly, at high altitude, powered by an ultra-quiet electric motor. Its most remarkable feature was its chameleon skin, a surface embedded with metamaterials that could actively absorb and deflect radar waves. For 72 hours, the Stalker 7 loitered high above the Dragon's Tooth, a patient and unseen eye in the stratosphere. Its powerful optical and signals intelligence package went to work. It didn't just take pictures, it listened. It monitored every electronic emission from the HQ-22 system. The data streamed back in real time to a Ukrainian cyber warfare unit. Analysts and AI algorithms worked in concert to build a complete electronic portrait of the enemy. They discovered the system's operational cycle. This meticulous intelligence gathering was the foundation upon which the entire operation was built. The Stalker 7 Silent Vigil provided the key. As the Special Forces team on the ground gave the final confirmation, the second phase of the operation began. From multiple airfields deep inside Ukrainian territory, a strange assortment of aircraft lifted into the night sky. This was the opening act, a grand illusion designed to captivate and confuse the enemy. The swarm consisted of dozens of older, modified Tu-141 reconnaissance drones from the Soviet era. They were large, fast, and had a massive radar signature. These were the decoys. Their mission was simple: to make the HQ-22 system look up. Smaller, cheaper drones, each equipped with powerful electronic warfare pods, flew in formation with them. These pods began to broadcast a storm of electronic noise. To the Chinese-made radars on the ground, the sky was suddenly filled with a massive, coordinated air armada. The system's operators would have seen their screens light up with hundreds of hostile contacts. The Sky Shield did exactly what it was designed to do. It reacted. The first missiles launched, streaking into the night with fiery tails. The Ukrainians had created a blind spot, not in the sky, but in the system's focus. While the sky was filled with the drama of the decoy attack, a different kind of assault was unfolding on the ground. As the first decoy missiles were launched, a signal was sent to another hidden Ukrainian unit, positioned just a few kilometers from the depot's perimeter. Here, they unleashed the Hounds. These were not animals, but quadrupedal ground robots, agile four-legged machines. Small, fast, and painted in non-reflective black, they were designed for traversing difficult terrain. The pack of 12 Hounds moved with startling speed and coordination. They did not use the roads. Instead, they bounded through ditches, scrambled over broken ground, and navigated the sparse woodland surrounding the depot. Their mission was precise and brutal to neutralize the outer ring of the depot's physical security. As the Hounds secured the breach and took up overwatch positions, they sent a simple, encrypted message back to the Special Forces team. The path is clear. With the path cleared by the robotic Hounds, the human element of the operation began its move. The Ukrainian Special Forces team, the same ghosts who had been watching from the trees, broke cover. They moved with the fluid efficiency of apex predators. They passed through the breach created by the Hounds and entered the Dragon's Tooth. The outer perimeter was eerily silent, a testament to the brutal effectiveness of their robotic vanguard. Their objective was not the main ammunition storage, but something far more critical: the command and control center for the HQ-22 air defense system. This building was the brain of the Sky Shield. The team's mission was to sever that connection, to blind the beast before the final blow fell. Moving through the depot's interior, the team used the chaos in the sky to their advantage. They reached the command building, a squat, windowless structure bristling with communication antennas. Two soldiers placed specialized breaching charges on the reinforced steel door. They immediately moved to the server racks and control consoles. They set a 2-minute timer and melted back into the night, their primary objective complete. As the Special Forces team exfiltrated, the 2-minute timer on the blackout device ticked down. At the exact moment it reached zero, two things happened simultaneously. On the ground, the device unleashed its invisible wave of microwave energy. The lights in the HQ-22 command center flickered and died. Screens went black. The intricate network connecting the radars to the launchers was instantly severed. The brain of the Sky Shield was dead. At that precise instant, high above, the real attack began. A second wave of Ukrainian drones, which had been flying a low-altitude, stealthy approach, made their final run. These were not decoys. They were Punisher kamikaze drones, each packed with a potent shape-charge warhead. The first Punisher drone struck a large warehouse filled with artillery shells. The resulting explosion was colossal, a brilliant orange flower that blossomed against the dark canvas of the night. The destruction was total. As the sun rose on October 17, 2025, its first light revealed a scene of utter devastation. Where the Dragon's Tooth had stood, there was now only a smoking blackened crater, twisted metal, the skeletons of warehouses, and the charred husks of military vehicles littered the landscape. The formidable HQ-22 missile launchers stood intact but useless, silent monuments to a technology that had been comprehensively defeated. The logistical heart of the planned enemy offensive had been ripped out in a single night. The vast stores of fuel, ammunition, and supplies needed to sustain a major push were gone, vaporized in the inferno. The impact on the war was immediate and profound. The anticipated enemy offensive across the Kherson front stalled before it even began. Without their supply backbone, the forward-deployed units were left exposed and vulnerable. Ukrainian forces, seizing the strategic initiative, were able to launch their own counterattacks against a demoralized and undersupplied enemy. The destruction of the depot was not just a tactical victory, it was a strategic turning point. It demonstrated that even the most advanced and expensive defense systems could be defeated by cleverness, deception, and the seamless integration of new technologies. The Ukrainian operation became a case study at war colleges, a blueprint for how a smaller, more agile force can overcome a technologically superior but less flexible adversary. It highlighted that the most powerful weapon is often not a missile, but a well-conceived idea.